Do people really treat me differently after my weight loss? Let's get into it. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Walk With Me. This is Josh here, and today I'm answering another one of your questions. Today's question comes from Pop Fanism, and they had asked, could you talk about how your relationships change with weight loss? I've lost about 50 pounds, and I found that the way that some friends treat me has changed a bit. I've been in a relationship for 2 years, and I found since my weight loss, a lot of things have changed with that too. I just find people are more insecure about themselves since my weight loss, and less supportive sometimes. Did you struggle with that? Great question. Thank you so much for the topic this week. This one actually came in a few weeks ago, but I had one video where like 5 of you guys came up with awesome topics to cover. So I've been slowly going through all of those. I really appreciate it. But for me and my close circle of friends and family, I didn't really notice a dramatic difference in how people treat me, but definitely a few subtle differences I've picked up on now that I've been maintaining for a couple of years. But I want to cover this in a few different areas: the relationship with my wife, relationship with my friends, and relationship with my family. But my close group of friends have been incredibly supportive afterwards and during. I really did not notice any of them treating me any differently. They were really nothing but supportive and proud of everything I was able to accomplish. So on the friend side of things, I didn't really notice much of a change. A little bit of a boring answer, I know. But most of us have been friends since we were like 12 years old. So it just usually ends up resorting to the good old times whenever we're together and hanging out. Now let's talk about the relationship with my wife. This is something I've been trying to figure out a way. I want to kind of interview her about this and make a whole separate video. Let me know if that's something that sounds interesting to you. But my wife was always incredibly supportive. But like you had mentioned with some people feeling a little insecure, I think that was definitely the case for my wife to an extent, because the years of losing weight and now doing this, none of it was anything that she signed up for. And it was a crazy adjustment for me, and I was the one calling the shots and actually doing everything. So if it was that big of a change for me, I can't even imagine how that must have felt for her. She had some close friends that had lost weight and divorced their spouses and went off and had crazy times. So the only examples that she really had to compare with were bad ones. But over time, she realized, I love her and want to be with her just as much as any other day of the week or year. So it took a little bit of time, but my wife slowly understood I'm not going anywhere. She was my girlfriend at the time, actually. But like you'd expect, it would leave anyone feeling insecure. Yeah, so definitely an adjustment for her. Nowadays with the way I live, I'm a very intense person to be around sometimes, and she does great with it. So it took some time for her to adjust, but to be honest, I don't think it was any more or less time than it took me to adjust to it. And in terms of my family, they were also very good and supportive. Sometimes they don't fully understand what you're doing though, or why you're doing it. I'm still pretty convinced to this day that my mom thinks I lost too much weight and that I'm too skinny. It's usually what she says to me every time I see her. And that was something probably the most common out of all of this I got from everybody is, oh wow, you're so skinny, you're too skinny, you should stop losing weight. As long as you know your healthy weight range and you're on track of things, you looking so different can be a little startling to the people around you sometimes. So I definitely got that a lot, and I still do from my mom. She's probably the only one that still says that to me. It's just a big adjustment for everybody. So I'm realizing more and more, in general, everyone in my normal life has been very supportive and kind. A few times here and there with people think I was overdoing it, but as they learned and adjusted, it was all okay. One interesting thing I did notice though, not necessarily from the people in my regular day-to-day life, but acquaintances or strangers definitely treat me differently. It's super funny. I get called a hipster on a very regular basis these days for doing the exact same things I've always done. Me trying to dress better or look better or being into some of the things that I'm into. No one ever called me a hipster until I lost a bunch of weight. I thought that was something that's really funny. I have no problems with people calling me that, but I know it has built up such a negative connotation over the last few years. Yeah, so I think I agree with you with a lot of the strangers and people that don't really know me feel more threatened by me than they used to. I'm sure there's a little bit of bias there with the lifestyle changes I've made. I live a lot of my life on the internet now, and I realize I am doing a lot different things, running a YouTube channel and going to the gym and doing stuff like that. But anyone taking action in their life to improve themselves is always going to ruffle the feathers of the people that wish they had it but aren't willing to put in the work. You know, everyone has dreams and aspirations and wants to be better and wishes they could have something like this or like that. But seeing people actually follow through and do it is a little bit threatening to people. So it's something you shouldn't worry about. You do you. Ignore everything else. But that was an awesome topic. Thank you again for asking it. It's always interesting to be able to share that sort of thing. I feel a little bit more and more disconnected from those feelings of your situation being different or the people around you treating you different. You know, the longer that time goes by from my weight loss and living in a whole new environment out here, my coworkers and stuff know that I've lost weight, but living in a world where no one knows your past is it's very satisfying. But make sure to like the video if you did enjoy this, and leave your comment down below. What are you struggling with? What questions do you want me to talk about in future weeks? And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet already. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday. Check out this cat. Before I finish this, did you guys see my vlog from last Friday? I got a cat. He's amazing. Go watch that vlog. I was super proud of it, and it would mean the world to me if you haven't watched it. I know a lot more people watch this than watch my vlogs, but that's gonna be it, everybody. Until next time, I will talk to you all later. Have a good one.